And welcome back, everyone, on the Decoders channels for a new episode with Simon from Solana ID. Man, welcome home.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me. Nice to meet you, Vince.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, because thanks to Benny for the introduction. Because we didn't have the chance to connect on the timeline yet, but
Yes, sir.
we're going to that now. And honestly,
Exactly.
bro, yeah, I catch up with all Solana ID. I did my research before the stream, so I can ask smart questions.
Oh shit! I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready for you.
be okay, right?
Yeah.
And GM, nice, Stefan, nice to meet you. And nice to meet you, nice to meet you. GM Stefan and Petit Pouf, welcome home. Interested by Solana ID? Yes, that's what we want to see. Okay, so GM Vicky, nice PFP Vicky, nice. So Simon, can you introduce yourself for the people who don't have the chance to know you like me, fortunately,
No problem.
and
Of
what you do
course.
with Solana ID, please?
Yes, sir. I'm a simple man. I don't have a home. I'm traveling all over the globe. I live out of my suitcase. I used to work in a venture capital fund. Then I pivoted into startups, into crypto. Now I'm in the rabbit hole. I'm the co-founder of Solana ID, where my role is to build this business and just push it forward. But I have an amazing CMO and co-founder who's actually responsible for all our crazy growth. And today we're fully focused on ramping that thing up and building that baby into a full adult. So we're on that roadmap right now.
Easy. That sounds like so easy, right?
No problem. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. I have an easy life. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty. No, but I mean, in terms of like growing the business and stuff like that, a Web3 business, right?
Oh yeah, we can go into that, but nobody said it's easy when we started. Nobody said it's easy. So
especially when it's not like all about meme coin and stuff and pop.fun stuff. That's utility is hard.
It is, but hey, that's an interesting topic. Like I think utility is hard, but at the end of the day, it's just a software product. Like we're not doing anything different than we've been doing in the past 20 years in tech. We're just building software. I don't know why we always distinguish between utility tokens and meme tokens, and like it's just like we're building a software, but we're also launching a token, and we're having like we're launching a utility token with meme coin branding. That's what we're trying to do here, because that like you can take the best out of the meme coin space and apply it to your project, but kind of sometimes people forget that people that launch tokens, that the token is its own product. You need to focus on that one as well, double down on it, have a clear strategy how to market it and how to brand it. But that's a huge topic. We could probably do the whole hour only on token. That's
another episode, man.
Yeah.
But okay, so what's Solana ID? What problem do you want to solve on chain?
Yeah, very, very straightforward. So there's two problems we're solving because it's a platform model. You have users, you have businesses. Initially, we started with the idea of, hey, everyone is so private on chain. That's nice, but it also cuts down on the user experience that you have on chain, because you don't have an account with data that you can use and leverage to get access to services that are tailored to you. And there's no like tailored user experience really in Web3. And that creates problems with the dApps because the dApps in Web3, they don't have users really. They have strangers connecting to the applications, bringing their own accounts. In Web2, we have accounts with Facebook, with Instagram, with wherever you are on Amazon. You open an account there, you put your data there, they know who you are, like they know your consumer behavior, they can analyze you, and they can tailor how they treat you specifically to that data. In Web3, it doesn't really work. So we're trying to build a system that helps dApps to identify and target the right people that want to use that dApp, and then build tailored services and targeted communication services around that. It's basically targeted marketing for Web3 based on identity accounts, which is a very interesting concept that not a lot of people are actually using that opportunity, but it's a huge opportunity. And in my opinion, actually, it's the thing that will bring adoption to crypto. It's all started with data ownership and being able to access or control that data by yourself as a user and monetize that data. And no one so far has really kind of crushed that. But it will happen at one day, and I think we're closer than ever.
I think that's the biggest PMF and use case for Web3 layer,
exactly.
to have like highly targeted marketing K point. And the same thing, like that's the same vertical for YouTube and stuff, because again, I can talk about shows on the channel, like analyze what people hold and bring those founders to on the channel to talk about it, because I know my holders also own like XYZ NFT or token, etc. And
Mm.
it's this vertical is massive. Like,
Yeah, it is.
so cool.
And you know, the good thing is the players that used to be good at that stuff, they
Mm.
don't really tap into that market in Web3 because they're not, you know, they never really were that bullish, like Google and Facebook and like the people that are good with data in Web2,
Yeah.
they're not really tapping into that market. They're kind of missing the train because like we have so much on-chain data. There's like so many user kind of consumer profiles you can build, and it can create win-win situations for both parties, for the users themselves and for the applications.
That was like a discussion with like the Tinder founder, I think,
Mm-hmm.
saying that the on-chain. So first, there is like, because the data set is public, it's hard to create a leverage because other competition, because everyone can access the data.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
also the fact that, like you said, right, like you don't have an ID, like you don't have, I don't know, like gender, age behind the
Mm-hmm.
wallet. You don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to create a cohort for
Mm-hmm.
Tinders to have like a Web3 dating app, for example. So how do you, yeah, fix that? Or do you QYC and then
Mm.
assign wallets? Like, how does that work?
So basically, there. At first, I want to comment on that because it's a super important point that apps, like what I said at the beginning, apps are treating strangers in Web3.
Yeah.
And if we're not careful, we're going to end up in Web2 again, where you're going to open your profile with each app, put in all your personal data, they
Yeah.
store it in their central database where it's, you know, prone to hacks and they have control of that data.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We want to have a system where you can carry around your data in your crypto account and have that account that you own as the go-to thing that you connect to all the applications. You bring your own account. That's Web3. It's a superpower of Web3 to bring your own account to everywhere you go, bring your data wherever you go, and then access services that other people might not get because your data backpack makes you worthy to get that service. And the way we do it is on two fronts. We do on-chain analysis because the data is there. We just need to make sense of it. Like your wallet has a big track record probably.
Yeah.
And you also have several wallets. So we incentivize users to connect not only one wallet, but several wallets to our application. So we can basically create a holistic identity profile for all of them. And all we do for the user is helping you to leverage your footprint in Web3 because we make your data human readable. We put a score on it, a solid score, which is basically your level of credibility, like old wallet, lots of transaction, different assets. There's different signals we can get from that, and we can put a few tags even on it, like it's a high frequency trader, it's an NFT whale. Like there's a few things we can put on there, and those tags are signals for some DApps that you might be a very interesting target for marketing budget because they want to buy your attention, and you should be the person that gets that money, not someone in the middle.
Or hack. You can be a highly targeted hacker. Yeah, that's also the danger. But that's okay. That's fascinating. Okay, I love
So
this stream. It's fascinating.
so that like that concept is like something that I think is really cool because you get paid for your attention,
Yeah.
and they have marketing budgets, the apps, and they spend it right now, and they buy fucking flame emojis on coin market cap for 80K. I think it was Polygon who did that. So they should not do these things. They should spend their marketing budget in a more targeted way to attract the users that actually care about their product. And with Solana, they can do that. They can identify the people, the audiences that are, you know, most likely to spend money on their app in the future, and then spend marketing budget on acquiring them as users. That budget can reflect itself as airdrops, whitelist spots, discount codes, grants for trading. It can be any kind of value that you get for just holding the Solana ID and having data on it.
I think Herman use your solution to create their curating whitelist?
We've been in touch for a long time.
Okay.
They've built their own system for that because we've been too young then. Like we literally started when they were already building their system.
Okay.
6 months later, we would have been the ones building it for them, probably because we've been ready. Like now we're in a spot where we could have done it by ourselves. But it's a good example because they had this curation system for whitelisting.
Okay.
You know, that's exactly a use case that you can do with Solana ID in a large scale for every DApp because Hermes right now is doing it for themselves. But I think there should be the protocol in Solana that can do things like this for everyone. Airdrop curation, whitelist curation, targeted marketing solutions, all based on data points.
And when you say like targeted marketing, like what's the use case for that? What do I get?
So basically, the user flow is very straightforward. You log into a DApp. The DApp queries data from us, from Solana ID. If you don't have a Solana ID account with us yet, it's just on-chain, purely on-chain signals that they get from us because we can get them on demand, right? Wallet logs in, we do an analysis, send them the signal back. Once you logged in, you will see a screen. We call it a perk frame. It's a screen that shows you a perk that is targeted to you to catch your attention, increase the chance that you're going to convert into a user or retain as a user.
Okay.
So increasing conversion rates, increasing retention rates, lowering customer acquisition costs based on data. We've been doing this in Web 2 for a long time, but in Web 3, we don't really have great systems for that yet. And it's much more superior to everything we did in Web 2 because it's much more user-centric, data is with the user at the end of the day, and what's on-chain is on-chain anyway. But if you already have a Solana ID, it gets even better because then you proactively interacted with your account with us and you connected your social media accounts and so on and created ZK proofs of your data that's off-chain. And we still don't know who you are. You're not doxing yourself, never with Solana ID. Even if you pass a KYC check with us, you don't have to, but you can. If you want to increase your credibility, you can also pass a KYC check. But we usually work either with private credentials in a decentralized storage or with just ZK proofs that are completely private as well. And then we can send these signals to the applications. Now they get on-chain data and off-chain data, and they can create much more targeted perk frames and communications on the applications.
That's amazing. Okay, so it's like so it's a Facebook Connect when you have like one simple button and then connect everything, and then it's like I don't know, like Credit Karma stuff where I get all of the credit card promotion based on my use of the credit card, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you can leverage your track record. You leverage your that's how we started. Like back in the day when we were like just an idea, where we came up with our logo, the lotus flower. Like,
yeah,
I even have it on my forearm.
Okay, that's a corporate brand.
Yeah. So there was all about karma, because we say like Solana stands for karma. If you do good, you get good, right? Like you can leverage your footprint in the internet.
That's honestly that's cool, bro. If you are like when you will be successful, that's $1 billion company 100%.
That's what we're looking for, and we already did the heavy lifting at the beginning. We have the momentum now. Now we need to get to work.
Nice. Did you raise money?
Yeah, we raised almost $1 million by now, and we did a very distributed fundraise. Our strategy, again, that's touching the token project. Our strategy is very different from other utility token projects that raise with a few VCs and insiders. We have more than 1,000 investors in our private rounds. So it's a highly distributed cap table. We did a few things to do that. We did a pre-sale, we did a few things. Because we don't want to have only a few insiders holding big bags. We want to have community being able to buy in as early as possible, just like meme coins.
But that was like the whole Solana ID pass, right? When you minted.
Well, there was that didn't connect, that didn't touch the fundraising. That was the product. Okay. But fundraising, like the biggest pre-sale so far we did was with Swissborg. Okay. So we might touch on them as well, but we did it in August, was that, and we did a token pre-sale. It was a private round, so the token was not live yet. But users were able to buy in at the seed valuation of the company, and already acquired tokens. So these people, they are just waiting now for their tokens once we go live.
Okay, yeah, because like the token is not live yet. Like the solid token is not live yet, right?
No, but we're getting there.
Okay, nice.
We have some, we have some alpha as well. We can talk about that if you want.
Bro, let's go. Because I know like the Swissborg partnership, like how does that connect with like the whole token / Jup LFG voting that you did in April, like months ago?
Lots of things happened. LFG was our first approach. We didn't even have a product. We had nothing, literally, when we did LFG. We were like, when I got the message from my friends from Jupiter, guys, you're in the voting, I was like, what? Like, we're like, I mean, sure, we applied for it, but we didn't plan to get in, because it was far too early. So, and then we had to compete against Sanctum and we really tried to push it. Like we got more than like $10 million in commitments in Jupiter tokens to our project with just a landing page and like 1,000 followers on X. So that was cool. It was fun, but we didn't launch an LFG because Sanctum obviously got the spot in that voting round, but it gave us good exposure just being in that voting round. So it was a great kickstart for Solana ID because that was literally when we rebranded to Solana ID.
That's awesome. And like you can apply again. Are they doing another round anytime soon? I don't know if they stopped.
LFG? Yeah, I can give you some details. So they basically did D-Bridge. That was the last token that launched on LFG, and now LFG is in a kind of in a they're tinkering. Yeah, they're in a phase where they are going back in the garage, analyzing what went wrong with LFG, because most tokens didn't perform very well that launched on LFG, and they know that, so they are now trying to get better and build better systems. So right now it's kind of pending the launches. Yeah, I mean they launched Ape, right? Ape.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, exactly.
Going with the market.
Launch on Ape.
I wouldn't launch on Ape, but we found our launchpad. We launch on a different one with Swissborg. So that's the second part of your question.
Yes.
Swissborg is one of the leading financial players in Europe. Very big exchange, been around since ICO times. Very strong team, very high conviction team, long-term thinkers. And we did the pre-sale with them. They facilitated us, and now Solana is going to be the first project launching on BlockPad, the brand new launchpad on Solana, built by Swissborg. And that's going to be pretty a historic moment, because we're going to be the first case study going on BlockPad, doing things a bit different than other projects in the past.
Nice. Okay. Other economics like still the same, compared to the LFG proposition?
It's a similar,
Yes, I have like the Medium articles. Is that the same distribution?
From Solana, from Solid?
Yes.
We did a slight update. So now if you go on solid.solana.id, you will find the latest tokenomics and details. So it's just like solid.solana.id. And there, the latest distribution is there. We tweaked a few numbers. We decreased the private round allocations of insiders. We increased the community allocations. So we did a few tweaks here and there, but it's 80% the same than back in LFG.
Nice.
When we did that.
Okay. So if I do that,
no, you need to put solid.solana.id. You need to go to we didn't link it there yet. So you need to put the subdomain solid.solana.id, and then
I think it's that okay.
I'll
send you the in private.
Can you just delete the HTTPS? Oh. Delete the S and try it then, because right now it's just a redirect to a Notion page. We're gonna build the.
Oh, makes sense. Okay. Cool. Nice. Cool. Tech. Nice. Q4 to. Oh, let's go. Let's go. It's coming. Let's go.
Exactly. We're almost there.
Nice.
And not a lot of time gonna pass.
Okay. Yeah. Because Q4 Christmas. I mean, if you launch on the same day that Bonk did well, so could be that there is a stunt here.
Yep. And we were gambling for the elections, because we were like, okay, if Trump wins, we can get another boost. So yes, I don't know. Like, I feel quite good about it.
Half of the job done, man.
You could say so. Yeah. Thank you, America. Thanks for voting.
Yeah. So max supply 3 9 1 billion. What? Yes.
Actually, vesting is going to change. We just adapted this. Let me just cut this out quickly. The 1 week cliff, 3 weeks vesting.
Yeah.
That's gonna change. It's gonna be a bit longer than that, after some internal discussions. And then if you go down, there's the tokenomics as well. You can double click on a picture that's down there somewhere to make it also bigger. Those things, and zoom a bit if you can. It doesn't work.
Wait, let me. Okay. I'm zooming in the page.
Yeah.
I want the image tag, and now I can zoom. Nice.
Yep. So basically, we have we kept the initial early investors at 15%. But like I said, already there's a lot of community in. It's not VCs only. You have a few strategic VCs and strategic investors. One of our tech providers who's doing our zero knowledge tech, ZK Pass, they also invested. They're part of this. But then the largest chunk here is the community allocation of 35%. And then we have team has the allocation, and marketing, we reserve the marketing allocation still for some campaigns that we do. But it's pretty not standard tokenomics, I would say, in terms of distribution. But it fits what Solid is trying to aim for.
And okay. So how do I use Solid in the Solana ID ecosystem?
You get you're more VIP if you lock it. So you get a better ID account with us. So you can lock your solids, and it increases your solid score. Because why we do that? Because you're basically putting financial value behind your score. You can almost imagine like a collateral. You're collateralizing your solid score. And in future, the feature is not going to be live in the beta version, but in future, we're going to use that collateral to also signal to dApps that you're a high conviction wallet that put collateral behind your ID score. And we can realize things like under collateralized loans or even collateral free loans using our collateral on the ID account. And other use cases that need like a high predictability that the score is actually true. Very interesting concept, but bottom line for the user, you lock your solid, you get better perks on chain with Solana ID.
Okay, that's cool. And like, do you have like any current use case right now
for the app for
the app, or like the perks that are running that could be interested in?
Yeah, so right now the thing is the campaign closed. So the Priority Pass campaign closed, so people cannot sign up to that anymore. We kept it at 20,000 users, and we reached that in like 8 weeks time. But now we're gearing up for the beta launch of the ID. So I think the best thing people can do is just join the communities, follow us on X, and wait for the drop of the Solana ID. Once we're live with Solana ID, you can claim your ID there, and we're going to have a few first use cases with a few major dApps on Solana, where you can get things like trading grants, like a few dollars of trading grant, free money to trade with on some dexes, or access to exclusive token airdrops as well of projects that want to use our user base to drop their tokens to a specific set of people, right? Based on our data.
I love it. Yeah, if we can crack that, this is massive. Like 100%. I love it. It's awesome. I want to be in. I fucked up. I messed up. I did not get that.
Next chance, Vince. You're good. Next chance.
Everyone in the chat, make sure to follow Solana ID on X. I'll just drop it, and you can find it in the description down below.
Did you see some of our content on X by any chance?
What
do you think about the content?
I love it. Okay, let me drop the documents too for the tokenomics.
Nice.
That's like the video. This is good. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the video, show it to the people. Tag. So like the dating one, right? Like
yeah, we have some, like, usually we do a lot of video content, a lot of sketches, but that's basically how we communicate our news, you know. Like in this video, I'm just doing a lot of announcements, what's coming next. But if you scroll down, there's a few videos that are promoting the like some other launches. Like this is about our comic launch. We're launching the Solidian comic. That's kind of trying to explain the values we stand for. So that's going to be cool. You can mint it on D-Reader very soon, actually.
Comic on Web3. It's a pretty cool topic too.
You heard about D-Reader?
Have you heard about them? And I heard about it because I read your tweet. But I don't know that.
They're great.
But it's one of my previous projects. We tried to do it, we failed.
I know shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool topic. Like 100%, there is something to do in that.
You should get Josip, the founder, on board and talk about his company here. He's really cool.
If you can make the introduction, I will take it for sure.
Done.
Nice. And I have already the Priority Pass. That's what's up, petit poof.
Congrats, brother. You got the alpha.
Yes. And join us in our community. We'll be glad to have you all. Yes, that's for sure. Thank you, Benjamin.
Yep, nice. Part of our army, Solidian army.
The video I watched was this one.
Yeah. So basically, if you own a Priority Pass, you get everything. You get women. You get them all.
But it's not really lucky at first. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a few videos like this that we did, a few sketches. But that's what I meant earlier. Like, you got to be a bit entertaining, right, with your brand. A lot of utility projects, they miss that train. Yeah. They only talk about the product and the utility of it, but then a lot of people don't give a shit. Like, if you're on X, you want to get entertained or you want to make money.
Yeah.
So talk about do these two things in your feed, and you're gonna make some people happy.
Vicky. Okay, so I also have the Priority Pass. What can I do with it? Can I get?
Do I get men? maybe. We should spin up a side product, like a Tinder platform for Priority Pass holders.
I don't know another vertical to serve, man. And is that like gonna be a bonus point if you want to get mad with the pass?
We might roll out that feature. Yeah, we might roll it out.
The Reese score, bro. Like if you have a good Reese, then you get targeted
Hey,
even better airdrops.
I mean, it would be cool on Tinder to have like some snapshot, like some score, that just tells me immediately if that person is like a credible, good person with a good track record. It would influence my swiping.
I mean, and imagine like the next NFT NYC conference and stuff, like with the badge with your name and your risk
Yeah,
score.
and exactly, you solid score on it.
That's
You're
what's
gonna
up.
be VIP. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Honestly, like it's a huge topic, and yeah, like is that on are you cross chain or just focus on Solana? Yeah, do you have like ETH ID on Solana ID?
Okay, so I'm not like, I have very strong opinions, but I'm also happy to be convinced that other things are good. I'm not a maxi per se, but I know the value of Solana and I know the promising future of it. So we made the conscious decision to double down on Solana for now.
Yeah.
There's bigger plans in the future. GM Pierre, my co-founder, just joined the chat.
Nice.
What up, brother? So yeah, we have bigger plans. We might expand, but I think the better way to do it would be to bring Solana ID as Solana ID to other ecosystems. Same brand, same name, but you can use your Solana ID to get perks on Ethereum or perks on Base or some other L2. That'd be cool.
Please do that. That would be the biggest troll ever. That would be so fun.
Yeah, the primary ID solution for Base, Solana ID.
Yeah.
Will be cool. Like,
that would be awesome, amazing. But like, yeah, in terms of chain, like, bro, like, why do we need any other chain when you have Bitcoin and Solana anyway, right?
Sure. That you get some shit. Like in this stream, probably in this audience, you can say that and everyone's gonna love you.
Yeah.
But yeah, controversial topic. But I'm also 100%. I agree with you. Solana is just so simple. Like try to explain Ethereum to your mom. You're gonna have a hard time. Solana is already not easy, but you can make it.
Bro, like if like every time I interact with it because of like the Digo and migration and stuff, like I was like, bro, no, I don't want to touch it. I don't like, don't give me any APY. I don't want dust stuff, pack, whatever. I will just skip it. I just don't want to interact with this chain anymore. Like it's crazy, bro. Like you have to approve a contract. You have already spent like $5. Then you approve the transaction. Then the transaction fails, but you already spent gas on failed transaction. And then you spend like $50 on a like a $1 NFT that is.
Yeah. And then first of all, you need to make sure you have the funds on the right chain. Like you need to kind of play the
Stay
bridging
with
game.
Solana ID brands. Good branding.
Easy.
So how many users do you have right now? Like user and even like companies and partnerships like.
Yeah, so we do have 20,000 users. That was the cap that we did in the priority pass. We reached it quite quickly and we closed the campaign there. And then the next goal is to reach the 100,000 users with Solana ID beta that we're launching. So we're going to get, I think, quite quickly there. On the B2B side, on the partner side, we have a pipeline of 5 pilots that we're building right now that are in the making. So those are the first ones we're going to roll out. And then there's another 13 companies in the next batch, basically, that are pending on the waiting list to so we can build integrations with them. But we're scaling the team right now because we're all hands on deck. We need people that do product because we're still 3 people in the core team and a few helping hands around it. So it's quite lean, quite small. But we got good new joiners coming in this month.
That's awesome. That's bullish. I mean, you sometimes you do more with like 3 to 5 people in the room than 150 employees in a corporate office.
We're gonna stay small, that's for sure. But we do need a few people. That's also true. Yeah.
I mean, until you burn out, don't hire. But then, yes, before that, yes, you have to.
we should hire now. I can tell you that.
Yeah, the night are short, right? Like, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And Story, that's always doing great. That's awesome. Okay, Pierre, are you French?
Don't say that, bro. Don't say that.
Oh.
He's gonna kill you. He hates that. He's as German as it gets.
Charles is probably not French, but Pierre, I like Pierre.
Pierre, you parles français, Pierre?
Bonjour.
Oui. Bonjour. Bonjour, Pierre. Ça va? Yeah, he's gonna love that. Pierre, you should just learn French, for God's sake. Just learn French and tell people you're French. Just go with the flow.
No, it's not. No.
That's your answer, and here you go. You got it.
Fair enough.
Everyone's saying bonjour.
How do you in terms of privacy? Because even Solana wants to introduce ZK transaction, right? Like there is some upcoming features.
Okay.
Is that gonna fuck you up the whole business or no?
No, that's two different topics. You can use ZK tech for a few things. You can use zero knowledge proofs, you can use zero knowledge technology to decrease the size you need for transactions. So like using ZK on a blockchain level is very smart. We've seen it on Ethereum with all the ZK rollups. It's a smart thing. And Solana is also introducing some ZK tech on the blockchain level, which is great, but it has nothing to do with data privacy and zero knowledge proofs in the way we use them. For us, ZK proofs are just data points that we encrypt in a way that they can't be read as data points. They're just a check mark. So instead of you giving me your passport with all the data, name, birth date, nationality, and so on, we just get the ZK proof that you're not US, that you're above 18 years, that you do have a KYC check. And that's all we got. And our apps, like our DApps, our partners, they cannot access. There's no way they can actually access personal identifiable information. They just get the magic box that tells them, yep, the data is true. That's a ZK proof. And that gives them enough confidence to rely on that data for whatever business logic they want to implement based on the Solana ID.
Okay. Nice. Can you get the US election in 4 years? Do you think you can do that to avoid election?
Powered by Solana ID. Let's do it. Let's think big. Yeah.
There was some discussion even in France after the election and stuff like it doesn't make sense to not go on the blockchain to vote.
Yeah, I know. Like a lot of people have talked about it. It would be very smart. Like that's what blockchains are for, right? Immutable data storage. That's the history of things you can't change and trace back, and it's all public.
Exactly. Like it could be the best use case of blockchain that we try to find since 2011.
Maybe they don't want that. Maybe there's some reasons why we don't have it. Maybe they don't want that immutable, transparent layer that makes voting completely fair.
Ask DK to a Canadian guy voting in California, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. It was really funny. Like, what the fuck? Well, how did that work?
They don't check IDs because they don't have IDs. So
just walk there and check a box and fuck off again.
It's probably racist to ask ID, so that's why.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a good use case. We should probably talk to them.
But now that you are there is probably a Bitcoiner in the office, it will be sensible to all of the blockchain topics. So maybe the foundation can push you for the next election. That would be big.
That would be quite big. Yeah, it would be quite bullish. So I put it down on my to-dos for next year.
You have 4 years, man.
Yeah, there should be enough time for us to reach some credibility in the market.
And what would success look like from your perspective, by the way?
So on a business level, it's just numbers, like hard KPIs. So the first 100K would be great. 1 million Solana ID holders, that would be success. So we're looking at really having the first mil of Solana ID holders, because Solana has a lot of users. There's a lot of people on the chain.
Wallets.
There's millions, 15, 20 million wallets, I think, that using the chain. Obviously, they're not all unique humans, right?
Yeah.
But 1 million Solana ID holders, I think it's possible, especially looking at the growth of the Solana ecosystem itself as well, right? Putting that into the loop as well. And then being integrated in all major blue chip DApps on Solana in some sort of form with the Solana ID integration to kind of improve there. Either it's a targeted marketing scheme where they show our perk frames to users, either on their own page or on a display agent as an advertisement screen. Or they have some identity requirements that we can also do, like gated access based on KYC or proof of uniqueness. Like Solana ID at the end of the day is an ID solution, so we can cover all things ID, the use case we picked initially right now is just this marketing thing, because that's our go-to-market where we see need in the market. Apps always want to find more users and spend less money on marketing. So that's a good way to break into the market.
That's cool. Is there a use case for a meme? Like, Top.Fun wants to integrate Solana ID. What would be the use case to
Credibility,
right?
create more trust between buyers and sellers, like token projects and the buyers on the platform. Or even better, we're actually working with one meme coin project. They're building a platform where CTOs and meme coin founders can try to find the right partners and kind of service partners like KOLs, other marketing agencies, other devs, and then we can help both parties to get a Solana ID, to get a solid score, to get a KYC check, and so on, to just create a system where you have more trust between each other. Because there's a lot of scam in the meme coin industry, a lot of signals that you can't rely on. So I think putting a little bit of data in there that's like verifiably true can help to bring more trust into the system. So I'd love to see a meme coin, with like a few data points, like a solid score. The team behind the meme coin has all KYC checks. Like, I don't need to know who it is, but I want to have some data I can rely on, that they have a certain track record and so on, to hold them accountable.
I can always create another wallet, right? So I can build my solid score and have like a good credit score.
Yeah.
But then on the side, I have another wallet and I can fucked up. So yeah, it's a tricky issue.
It is, but we don't want to expose people's negative behavior. We want to help people leverage their positive behavior. You need to think around the corner a bit. But like if you have a way to prove your positive track record, that's the use case we're building, right? So it's okay if you like if you have some other wallets that don't meet our criteria, you just can't use them, right? To get the services that might require a Solana ID and a score and so on. But if you have a wallet that has a good score, then you obviously did some things in the past that gave you that score and gave you those credentials. That's true. That we can't tamper with that. We can't argue with that. So you can leverage that track record.
Okay, that's amazing. Oh, that's so cool. I like Solana ID.
Perfect.
I missed
Job done.
months ago. In the chat, Tipoof, are you still bullish and interested by Solana ID after this discussion? I want your feedback, Vicky, and all of their comments that we had during the chat. Let us know, because I know, Simon, you're busy, so we will have to wrap it up so you can have a nice break before the next call, right?
But
bro, honestly, you are into something really, really big. I'm excited.
Same. Yeah, we're bullish by now. Like we know that we're onto something, and we're also in a really cool niche. Like we're not building another NFT marketplace, another decentralized exchange, and so on and so on. Like it's an interesting niche. Not a lot of competition in that space, especially on Solana. So quite excited. Yeah.
Why do you think other people failed at resolving this identity crisis?
Because they never really listened to the market and understood that identity is great, but it doesn't matter if you don't have a use case for it. Like, you don't really care about your passport. You care about the things you can do with it, right?
Yeah.
Like you care about the ability to use your passport to enter a plane and enter a country. But the ID document itself and how it works and how it looks like and how, like, no one gives a shit. A lot of ID founders in the past, they have always doubled down on the technology, how great it is, on the self-sovereign data management and the privacy aspects of it. We have that as well. Our setup is private. The data is owned by you, but that's not our main selling proposition. Our main selling proposition is, for users, you get more value on chain. That's something people care about. And for DApps, you spend less money on marketing and find the right users. That's what they care about.
No,
so you just need to find the right use case to build on top of your ID solution. And I think a lot of founders were far too technical and less business and marketing savvy. And we're kind of, we're built different, I think, in that sense.
That's good. And what's like Pierre? You say he's marketing, right?
Yeah, he's the magician behind all the community and marketing and growth things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So one of our major use case also is our partnership. Just for context, all current priority pass holders are automatically eligible for ZK Pass, a
It's an
major
airdrop.
project building. That's cool.
Yeah. They're like you if you hold the priority pass, you're not getting only our airdrop, you also get airdrop from some of our partners because they also drop their tokens to this user base. So there's a few use cases. That's like gives a good idea of what Solana ID will be able to do, because the priority pass is like a lightweight version of the full ID that we're rolling out.
That's cool. Okay, so automatically I get airdrop because I get more airdrop if I have a better score and stuff like that, right?
That depends a bit on the projects. Some projects say I want to drop to all holders the same, and some projects they want to have a proportional drop based on your score or your lane number. That's what we did in the priority pass. Everyone has a lane number. The better your lane number, the more perks you get.
Incentivize good good behavior. Oh, bro, like
I read it.
No,
I can do it, bro. Incentivize good behavioral patterns, and over time will improve overall. Smart. I'm looking into this in real life in the financial wellness space. Love the idea of Solana ID. Ryan.
Because he's working as a head designer for a big bank in Canada. So that's why he's saying that, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
So like banks, it's huge.
Yep. 100%. And the concept is interesting. Yeah. Love you wins. That's what you
say. Because please don't write like longer words than 3 syllables and 3 words at the I don't do that.
Too late in the day right now.
Yeah, exactly. See, you should. Thank you. That's bad. I love that.
Yeah, Cyber Brother is a chat.
It's great for both merchant and customers if you can guarantee people to have good habits and not bad actors, protect the merchant, and they can do more with less risk. Yeah, that's for sure, bro. And you can even like offer kind of like credit karma, insurance stuff. I don't know.
Bro, like we've been struggling a lot because we have so many ideas what you can do with Solana ID, but we need to focus, on what's at hand right now. We have like a big brainstorm board with like a lot of ideas and stuff, but right now we know what we're building right now, and we're kind of focusing on the first kind of steps, like the low-hanging fruits.
That's amazing. I love it. And basically, a community of trusted Solana wallet that meets the criteria is fucking amazing for partnership. Yep, 100%. 100%. Okay. So it looks like the people are like Solana ID. You did a great job. That's for sure. You have something. That's amazing. Bro, you have to come back to talk about utility. This is meme coin.
We should have that. Maybe closer to our token launch, which is like actually very close. But like closer to that or even after that would be probably a good time. We're gonna have a big Twitter space on Friday afternoon with Streamflow and Swissborg. We're gonna talk only about tokens. That's gonna cover those topics as well.
Okay.
This week.
Okay. I will pop. I know I will like. I will share it in the decoders/views communities. That's gonna be interesting. I want to know more. But man, Simon, thank you so much for your time. I don't want to take more because again, you're busy. Web3 founders. So
no, I appreciate it. Like I appreciate the time I get here. So really, really good being here and chatting with you. It was a lot of fun. I think we could probably do another hour, but we covered some ground. So.
Yes, and let's do it in a few weeks, like before or after you launch it. It's up to you. Like, if you don't launch tomorrow morning, but yeah,
no, it's a bit longer than that. But
yeah,
we can do it.
Yeah, before, after, whenever. Like, man, you are not a guest. You are part of the Decoders history. So this channel is your channel. So if you want to do like product announcement and stuff,
nice.
Welcome home.
Perfect. I love that. No, I'll take that. I'll take that opportunity.
Thank you so much. Ryan. Yes, Cyber Brona, Petit Pouf, Pierre. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Pierre.
And everyone, follow Solana ID. I'm gonna drop it again. If where is it?
Solana Identity is the Twitter handle. Very easy.
Yes. Solana Identity. Yes, on X. Follow Simon. All of the links are in the description. Again, thank you so much for your time, Simon. And we will see you in another episode. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you for joining in. Thanks, Vince.
Cheers. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. We'll see you in the next one. But before that, make sure to subscribe, like, and